Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you watched Wednesday's video, you'll know that I've been having some troubles with our MX. The turbo went out of it on Easter Sunday, and let's see, what is today, Tuesday? Monday morning, yesterday I believe, we got the old turbo off. We had to drive 3 hours for a new turbo one way. I got a new turbo on it yesterday afternoon. I was demoing the Massey, but Dylan got it on, and Dylan and Laird. I did help put the hood back on, and then we ran it. We thought we were good. Skylar took off with this to plant corn. I was still planting with the Massey, and we still got low oil pressure, and it was throwing codes again, so obviously something else was wrong. So I'm assuming the low oil pressure took the old turbo out. New turbo probably doesn't, so here it is. It's in the shop. It's unhooked from the planter. We've stripped it down. We've taken everything out of it. Originally, our next solution was going to be to try to find a place to rent a tractor. Well, most dealerships won't rent tractors anymore, at least the ones that I've talked to. Kibble, RDO, and Titan will only rent you a tractor if you take your stuff there to get fixed. Well, there's a single owner shop in a town about 20 miles away. They do a phenomenal job working on stuff. That's where we're going to take it, down in Hazel. Good old John. He takes care of us. He gets things done, and he doesn't charge us for on the shop rates. When you take things to a dealership, the last time I took this tractor to Titan, it sat there for 82 days. So here's our solution we've come up with. It's going to cost $80 an hour to rent a clapped out 290 Magnum from Titan. They're going to charge us $200 an hour to, I'm assuming, overhaul the engine. That's probably what the case is at this point, is the engine shot. Or so just say that I put 100 to 125, 30 more hours on this 290 that's clapped out. I don't know what I'm getting. The tractor might be a piece of junk. It might break the second day we have it, and it's going to cost me $80 an hour. So somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000 to rent a tractor, and probably 20 grand to fix this thing. And it might take 90 days because that's their track record. Or, here's the pickle. Now, our corn planter is a 2-point. So you need a 3-point tractor to raise and lower and pull the planter around. It's not a drawbar planter like our other one. So for $7,900, there's a place called Schnell Industries, and they sell drawbar conversion hitches to take your 2-point planter and make it a drawbar planter. So our biggest predicament is we have plenty of tractors. We just only have one tractor with a 3-point that's big enough to pull a planter. So we just bought a Schnell Industries drawbar conversion hitch. They're up in Fargo. They got a warehouse in Fargo. We're going to get it from them. Sometime, hopefully tomorrow, we'll go get it. And it looks like 2 to 4 hours to put it on. So I'm hoping by Thursday we have the corn planter going again, hooked to the 335. But we got to get it in here and get the 2-point off. And Skylar's super excited. You can tell he's loving life right now.
Should just attach this thing to my arm. I need it all.
Always dead batteries. Probably a flat tire on the tracker. Oh no, you aired it up. Look at that. It was flat this morning. So anyways, that's what's going to be happening on this episode of, I don't know, the shit show, I guess. Does this thing give you... Oh, that's cute. God, I'm ugly. 256 gigabytes. Okay, so we're going to pull this little pin out. Yeah, you're probably right. Put the forklift in there.
These we'll need for the new hitch too.
Oh, we'll need these on the new hitch?
Yeah.
Okay. Just lift up in the center a little bit with the forklift, Skyler. I'll see if that pin will come out. You want them wider?
Just so it doesn't fall one way or the other.
Okay. Now the hard part? Getting that pin out of there. Just no shit in the way too, ain't there? You got a big punch in here. What's that? Oh, mini sludge? So, you don't think so? Okay. call that using the wrong tools for the right job.
The shorter one works.
It was moving pretty easy. It's hitting. Okay, I know what we gotta do. We gotta set the forks down just a little bit. It's gotta line up the, yeah, underneath it's gotta line up. Like all the way off, I think. Because we gotta get this. Weird. Hammer on it once.
It doesn't need to go up.
Keep going. Keep hitting. I think it's coming. Maybe it'll just come out. Wow. Not used to such luxuries. That's what happens when you grease stuff. Look at that.
You hold it up.
I'm trying.
So I can get a
Yeah.
punch maybe or something. Push up.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Wow. You're fucking kidding me. Can we stick a screwdriver in there so we don't lose it and then pop that bolt? We gotta record it. You fucker.
So I can't tell where the bottom of it is.
It's topping out
Is there
there.
any way to hold it there for a second?
Maybe. Should hold it. Damn, I'm glad you greased that. I bet you do gotta take the fucking cooler off. Damn.
So I can't see where the bottom of it is.
Alright, so we just gotta move the inner tube.
Need a bigger bar.
You think so? We could loosen,
Not very far.
could loosen those back bolts a little bit. There's a lot of shit on them. Making me nervous. Yeah. Keep going. Oh, shit. There we go. Shit, I don't even think that could satisfy Carl's mom. There's a big old pin. And we lost it. Just here goes nothing. Need to raise it up a little. Whoop, too much, too much. That's about the loose spot, ain't it? What's holding it? Did we miss something? I guess I should explain.
Just
Wedged on
go
there.
up.
So we gotta take this off to get the new hitch, the conversion hitch on here, the drawbar. Take the 2-point off. Nice oily mess, don't mind that.
Maybe go up and hair more.
Go up with it. There we got it.
There's a little spacer ring.
Yeah, there's a little spacer there. How do you get that nylon shit out of the way? Now it's gonna go. So I got this puppy taken off. Wasn't too bad. Hopefully in the morning somebody can run to Fargo and pick up the conversion. I'm just waiting to hear back from them guys today yet. And then we'll hopefully get that baby slapped on tomorrow. Maybe by tomorrow night we'll be planting corn again. Morning. How'd the battery run go?
He was bad at it.
How old are those batteries?
Probably, what, 4, 1, 20, 30, I think is what it says.
So, oh, they're 2023 batteries? So we got just over 2 years out of them. Holy,
Or kind of, but they kind of haven't been good for like
Yeah,
a couple months.
they have not been great. So we switched to John Deere batteries because we thought case batteries sucked. Turns out all batteries just suck and they're always dead and kill switches don't do nothing. Did you get them put in? Oh, I gotta get a screwdriver. I'm gonna unhook the air seeder and get the 335 out. Been editing videos again this morning. Trying to do part 2 for the ungrateful so I can get 100 views and 4 likes. Yeah.
What do you think about maybe taking the turtle whip down to the scratch a little bit?
I think if it'll, yeah.
It's not very muddy, but
if it just got cracked open, it would.
Just like the ditches.
Yeah, like just run around and hit the low spots.
Probably hit that spot that we forgot about.
That rough spot.
If I can even get any of it.
Yeah, I've left some really big sprayer ruts by the old threshing machine too.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
I've seen some in the middle by that.
Yeah, there's some doozies in the middle
So
too.
I think just run along the ditch.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt nothing.
And
Yeah. Yeah, if you can make the tractor
hopefully.
and put some fuel on it and stuff. But yeah, I think that's a brilliant idea. Do you want to go roll across the highway quick before you unhook?
That's what I was going to ask too. Is if I can do that first or just wait.
Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I was thinking about the sun up there, I guess. I'll be back.
Okay.
And then they'll go do it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then you think tomorrow Leon's a plant? For sure? Or you think it...
rain,
Oh, it's going to rain, huh?
but it's not going to rain much.
Yeah,
I
they've...
think probably Friday.
Greatly.
Even if it does rain and the sun shines Friday, I'd probably be okay Friday.
Yeah, especially if you went down there and just cracked open those low spots. That would do it. Yeah.
And we could dig those other ones when I decide to go plant.
Yeah, I want to make sure we have a working corn planter before we get too
That's why I
excited.
figured to get it going and maybe finish up a couple of
Well, we can get down there and get it done because that's going to be a big corn. So.
Well, I didn't know. I figured you'd want to finish Bloomquist and maybe you'd want to go up to Menke's.
Well, I think we could finish Bloomies and then let's go get yours planted because that's like 98 and 96 day.
Yeah.
That's a big corn. So let's get yours in and then we'll come back up here. Hopefully, well, yeah, I'll finish Bloomquist. That'll tell me enough if that planter's going to work. And then we'll go down and get your corn planted. Yeah.
What's yours say for rain?
And then I'm not going to look at it.
Mine said
All right, she's still a little chilly. No remote's installed. We'll just unplug that quick. There we go. I think this is going to be the new corn planting tractor. She's cold out again this morning. It's probably a good thing we broke down a few times for as cold as it is yet. I know there's still some frost pushing on, so maybe shouldn't plant all the corn this week for as cold as it's been. But anyways, I got to get some shit put on this. I'm gonna take my drill box out and probably put my other box there, and then get my air compressor power lines and stuff run up through here this morning before that hitch shows up. See if we can get all that done. It's another day putting batteries in shit or airing up tires. I don't know. I swear it's like it's a plague around here. It really is. I always think to myself, maybe we shouldn't do any maintenance in the winter, but then I think again, like, well, if we didn't do any maintenance, think how awful it would be. All the maintenance we already do and everything still falls apart, so it'd be twice as bad, I guess. Should have just bought a John Deere, probably. Okay, got the iPad in, got the Pro 700, it's already in there, Yether control box, I got my RTK receiver, I got my airlines and my air compressor power up over the top. Just for accessibility in case one of these airlines goes to hell. I've got my power for my downforce run through the frame. Everything's hooked to the battery. It's not too sloppy. It's not too pretty. Also not too pretty in there, but it's gonna work for today and the rest of the spring, I hope. So this is kind of ready. Laird's like 20 minutes away with the hitch, so we'll start working on putting this on. We're gonna have to figure out what kind of hoses and shit we need and everything too, because we gotta lengthen these hoses out. But this was relatively easy to get off. It was just kind of a big pin in them, and that's all it was. So I hope the new hitch is about that easy to put on. I know we need these jack stands off of this thing, so don't mind the mess here. This hose kinked the other night and it pushes oil back out, but all that's got to come off. and get lengthened out one way or another. I do believe, more than likely, we will see how it fits once we get the hitch on. So we're gonna move this out of the way. The biggest thing was like trying to get all these hoses or these air lines and stuff run properly. And I think I've got enough length on the tractor now, whoops, that I can do this. But worst case scenario, I'll just put some more splices on. We'll make it fit. So Skyler's out planting some beans, and he's fixing to move south to his farm to plant beans today. But we're switching from 08s to 13s, so I think it would be smart to at least plant the planter empty and then just go with 13s. Whoa. You didn't get to see that.
Here putting some more beans in today. I was out doing a little turbo maxing this morning and I totally forgot to actually film anything, so this is where we are now. It's after 1 already today. It's working pretty good out here. It's a little muddier than in some spots than it looked, but this thing floats over good. It's doing a good job.
All right, it has arrived. We're gonna try to figure out how to put this thing on and get this thing going as quick as we can. Maybe set up a time lapse or something, but stick around. We'll get it sorted out. Yeah, before you take off down the wheel, see the stop, you gotta take that bracket off the drop bar off the top right. Screw in before you leave. Yep. Hello? Hello? Oh yeah, yeah, let me check. Mr. Box here to save our day again. 270 is going to the shop. Just gotta load her up. Loading them up, loading them up. Well, Skylar's still planting beans. They're getting moved down south and down to his beans actually. It's about 30 miles down there, so they're taking the tender down. Me and Dylan are stuck here working on the corn planter yet. And Kev Box taking the old 270, heading down the road with it. RIP. See you later. But this turned into quite a project. It doesn't quite fit. You got to, well, you got to cut these off, the hydraulic hose holders. So then we got to go. But I suppose they're made more for guys who don't have PTO planters. It should fit on there now. I may end up having to notch this bracket a little bit to clear my intercooler, just because I don't want to have to move all this shit out of the way. Nothing's a 5-minute job. I can't believe my grinder died. That thing's like 2 years old. That's too bad. So I got a, oh, that's even got a grinding wheel on it. Perfect. Let her rip. Is the moment of truth. We're backing it up. We're gonna see what we got. See how she looks. Finally got the damn thing on there. I had to torch a bunch of stuff, as you saw in the video. Okay, we got the hitch all put on. We're making hoses. airlines, that wires all reach. Got to remount this compressor. I got an isobus cable extension that I've got to go an hour to get tonight yet, but we're making some progress. And I think Skylar's planting beans. Here she goes. We had to do a little bit of fabricating, cut a few chunks out. Could have slid this back, but didn't. Quite a few things to put back together yet. It's all, shy of plumbing a few more hydraulic hoses and doing some quick wiring. I got to weld a mount on there somewhere for my downforce air compressor. Some of this shit doesn't need to be in the shop anymore. So we're going to pull this around the other bay to the welder, and I'm tired of standing in all the oil. Try to get out of that mess a little bit. This thing can go outside. Anybody needs a good 2-point for $12.55, I'll probably have one for sale.
Heading into the night here, sun's going down. I'll see how far I go on this one tonight. Probably get at least most of it done. I should have enough seed on here to get close to done already, so might as well plan it out probably, huh? Just out here watching the new YouTube video, just like you should be.
It's pulled down when you pull the wings up. It really sets the front end of the
Better like and subscribe.
And I don't love how the gauge wheels.
Still just rolling along out here. The rest of the crew's been in the shop all day putting on a 2-point conversion hitch to put it to a drawbar. And I found some dry dirt this morning, so I've been doing that all day instead, which I like being in the shop, but not this time of year. I prefer to be out here, so it worked out good for me. As much as I'm sure Casey was cussing at that drawbar all day, and you guys might have got to see some of that. But I don't really know what else to tell you guys. I guess I'm just rolling along. This planner has been working pretty good for me this year, just besides touched anything else on it so far, knock on wood. Had a little piece of scrap iron that I picked up. Got stuck in the closing discs that I put in the rock box up here. Other than that, a pretty uneventful day, I guess, since I've been down here. Like I said earlier, I come down and I turbo max some of this stuff in a little bit of the wetter spots. I could have got through them with this, but being I hit them with that, it dried the top out a little bit so I could actually close the trenches on these. Otherwise, in that amount of mud, the trenches wouldn't close, but I'd float over it no problem. But usually between the reins and the roller, it closes them in anyway. But this way I also knew what I was getting myself into, being I figured I'd be out here after dark. That way I've been across the whole field, you know, through all the wet spots, know what's out here, so I know I won't have any trouble. At least getting stuck anyway, no trouble. But yeah, might bring you back here later, see what happens.
Well, it is about 9:30. For some reason my lights aren't working. I don't quite know what's going on there. I have to do some digging. I thought I had them all wired in decent. They're not tied up yet or in a loom, but I don't know if my plug's bad or what. I don't remember if they worked on the drill or not. I don't think they do. Maybe my plug's bad. Anyways, I just hooked the ice bus up. We had to go clear to Huron for that, so that took a few hours. I think I'm just like one hydraulic hose short of having it ready to go. I don't know. We're gonna see if this thing reads anything new once it shuts off. And then we're gonna park it in the shed and go home. Well, I'm no Pro 700 expert, but I don't see it picking up anything that it should be picking up. Oh, there's probably a layout I need to put it in. What's this one? What's this one? Fuck. It won't read my Isobus. Yeah, it's not even showing up. It should show up like 1255, something, something, something. I wonder if I can swap Pro 700s. I might try that tomorrow. I've had enough.
Well, I got about 130 acres done here, and I have a row that I can't get to plant, so I'm just gonna call it a night and come back with fresh eyes in the morning and see what I can figure out then. But it's got seed going to it every time I go back there.